Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing a tutorial on this olive green smoky eye look that you see here. I paired it with a Kylie Jenner gloss, which is the darkest one. It's called Like. And I really like the way it turned out. I think this would be a beautiful look in the fall as well as in the summer because there's no rules in makeup, and why not bring out the dark shadows in summer as well. It also would complement brown and green eyes so nicely, but I have it with my blue eyes and I think it complements them nice as well. Please stay tuned if you're interested in seeing how I got this look, and please do not forget to subscribe. Give me a big thumbs up if you enjoy this video, and comment below and let me know what you would like to see next. Thanks so much for watching.
So I'm going in with some Scotch tape on the corner of my eyes and placing it upwards. I've already prepped and primed my eyes, and now we are going to go in with our transition shade, which is Desert Sands by Makeup Geek. This is a beautiful, warm, burnt, orangey shade. I guess that's how I would describe it. And some people say it looks kind of like baby puke in the pan. It doesn't look like anything flattering in the pan, but on the eye, it looks beautiful, especially for a look like this. When you're going to go in with greens, this is just a beautiful transition shade for that. And I am just building that up until I have it to its desired intensity. And I'm just kind of going right over top of that tape because the tape is going to make that a nice sharp line for us, without us having to do much shaping ourselves. And then I'm going to go in with the first green shade, which is Dirty Martini by Makeup Geek, and I'm going to use a more tapered definer brush. This is still a blending brush, but it's just smaller, and I'm just concentrating that color on the outer V and the crease. I'm building it up slowly so that I don't apply too much color and that the color doesn't get too high up. You definitely want to keep that down lower into the crease. So by using a definer brush, a tapered definer brush, you can put that color right on the tip and have a lot of control of where that color goes. So that is what I'm doing right now. And then we are going to go in with another green shade, which is the shade Enchanted Forest. That is by Makeup Geek as well. There it is. It is a beautiful forest green, and I'm using that to deepen up the outer V and the crease. This is a really good way to add definition and deepness to a smoky eye without going in with a black or a really dark brown. If you want to do a smoky eye but you just don't feel comfortable with those colors, like those really deep colors, then going in with just a deeper shade of what you're already using will really help with that. So that is a little pointer for you, and just build it up. And then I'm going to go in with with Desert Sands again on my fluffy blending brush and just add some more. And then I'm going to go in with our foiled star of the show. This beautiful color is called Jester by Makeup Geek. These are all Makeup Geek shadows today, and I'm going in with my MAC 242 synthetic shader brush, and I'm going to spritz it with MAC Fix Plus to add intensity. Please do not think I was doing anything crazy. That powder on my nose is translucent powder from setting my eye primer earlier. So I'm going to go in and just make sure that color Jester is all the way in the inner corner on the 2/3 of the lid, and then flick it into the dark green. And I'm going to remove the tape and take an eye wipe and get all that fallout off of my face. Then I'm going to go in and prime my face like I always do. I'm using the Makeup Forever, oh my goodness, Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer Primer in the Hydrating formula. And then I'm going to go in with the new Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation. This is a new foundation, and I have used it a few times, but not on camera. I really love it. It is a full coverage foundation, and I'm going in with a foundation brush just to get it on my face, and then I'm going in with a damp beauty blender and blending it all out by pouncing it all over and into the skin. A damp beauty blender is definitely recommended if you are using a full coverage foundation, because it will make it so that it doesn't apply as cakey as if you're using a brush. It will thin it out a little bit, not too much. And then another pointer is to make sure that you go onto your ears and onto your neck when applying foundation, because even if you have your correct color, it may be off just by a little tiny bit and you'll be able to tell. So make sure you pounce it with a beauty blender and make sure you bring it onto your neck and your ears. Those are some good pointers for applying foundation, not just full coverage, any foundation. Then I'm going in with my concealer. This I have used a bunch of times, is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Concealer. I love this concealer. I have found a couple of concealers that I like just as much, but this is a lighter coverage concealer, which is what I wanted to use with a full coverage foundation. I don't feel like you need full coverage concealer as well. So I'm going in with that in my usual places, and I am using a damp beauty blender to blend it out. Make sure when you are blending under your eyes that you go in each direction back and forth as I'm doing, because if you do that, your concealer is less likely to settle in your fine lines and crease under your eye. If you go in one direction, it'll tend to settle in the direction you're going more so. And then I'm just blending that out on my lip, my chin, and my forehead, my nose, all the places that I highlight. And then I am setting that with RCMA No Color Powder and a damp beauty blender. I'm using a very tiny amount just on the tip of the beauty blender and just pouncing it into the under eye and all the places I concealed. That is going to help with creasing as well. But if you use too much in this method that I'm using, it can crease it more. So just use a very thin amount. If you want to bake, that's a whole nother story, but I'll do that in another tutorial. Just a little dab on the upper lip and the chin, and you can see I'm just dabbing it right in. Now to finish the eye look, I am taking a pencil brush and the first green shade, which was Makeup Geek Dirty Martini. And I am smoking it out using this pencil brush. This is a MAC pencil brush. You can use any pencil brush that you have, but this is just the one I had handy. And as you can see, it is dirty as hell. All of my brushes are dirty. I really need to clean them. It is a problem. Then I'm going in with Enchanted Forest to smoke that out even more. And to smoke it out, I just move it back and forth, and bring it out from the waterline just a little bit to make it just a little bit more blown out. Depending on the look, you can go in heavy-handed or not. And then I'm going in with Desert Sands and that tapered blending brush that we used for the greens up top, making sure it's clean first, of course, and then blending out the greens with the Desert Sands. And then to highlight the inner corner, I'm going in with the Becca and Jaclyn Hill Face Palette shade highlighter in Prosecco Pop. I'm going to highlight my brow bone with that as well, but I don't have my brows on yet. So I put my winged liner and my brows on. I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. So my camera shut off on me, and we're just going to go into contouring. I'm using my NARS Laguna bronzer to contour. This lighting really made this bronzer look super intense. This contour rather looks super intense and a little bit splotchy, but in person it didn't look that way. So I apologize. I don't know what was going on with that. And even later on in the video, you'll see that it doesn't really look that way, but just bear with me for that. And I'm going to contour my chin as well. This will help get rid of the illusion of double chins if you have one. I kind of do. Now I'm going in with MAC's Give Me Sun. This is a beautiful orangey bronzer. It's really good for deeper skin tones, but I'm getting away with it with a little bit of a tan. And I just bronze up everywhere that I contoured. I do this in the summer to add warmth to the face. In the winter, I don't do it very much, but I think in the summer, adding warmth to the face is always a yes in my book. So I'm just bronzing it up. And then to blush up the cheeks, I'm using Rosé Spritz out of that Jaclyn Hill face palette. And I start on the apples of the cheeks and then bring it back toward the ear, overlapping with the contour just a tiny bit. And then I always go over the bridge of my nose to add some warmth. Then I'm going in with a Champagne Pop to highlight the cheekbones. I love the way this highlighter looks, and I am highlighting the Cupid's bow and the tip of my nose with that as well. Then I'm going in with my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder and Luminous Lights and highlighting my forehead and my chin because I like those areas to be highlighted but not super intense. Then I am curling my lashes, applying Too Faced Better Than Sex Waterproof Mascara, applying lashes, and applying the Like Gloss by Kylie Cosmetics. And this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Mwah!